Hoy, he's Straw and he's Parker, and together we are the Battle Hammer. Yeah. Today I'm at home. Straw's not here. I'm just here on my lonesome, and I'm going to do an unboxing of this thing. It's a massive box. It's huge. It's deep. It's tall. It's big. And this is a game that has been kind of on my periphery for a little while now. I've seen it at shows. It looks pretty cool, and I've managed to get hold of a starter set at Eschen Spiel. And it's called, I don't know if you can read this somewhere, Conquest, the Last Argument of Kings by Bellum. It's a rank and file battle game with miniatures. In the starter set you get I think they're called the 100 Kingdoms, who are these guys, these kind of humans as it were, and then over here you've got the Spire, who are definitely my personal choice. They have big weirdy monsters that they genetically grow, and they're from another planet, I think. Like, I don't know that much about it, but I'm in, right? That's cool. You might know that Straw and I don't play a lot of mass battle games, or sorry, not mass, rank and file, kind of rank and flank games, but I've heard good things about this, so I'm willing to give it a go. You can see it's still in shrink wrap. This is a proper unboxing. This isn't me like, oh look, here it all is, when I've actually already looked at it. So this is live and direct. So it might all be broken inside, because it has come from Essen. It's been on a plane and been thrown around. Hopefully not, but there is a small chance. Let's have a little looky look at the artwork on the front of the box, if we can see it. It's a big box. So these are the spires in the background here. That's where these gribbly beast dudes come from, and then they're fighting the 100 Kingdoms in epic combat. Dun dun dun! Okay, so let's get the lid of the box off. Let's take its face off, as Nicolas Cage might say. Oh, we are greeted immediately by a bunch of stuff. Oh, that's a good smell. That is a good smell. It smells like HeroQuest. Oh, I love it. Right, so we have the rules of engagement, which I'm guessing is a rule book. That is also shrink wrapped, so I'm going to rip that open. There's lots of plastic there. Here we go, the rules of engagement. Oh cool, there's a map. You know what, we'll have a look at this in a bit. We'll get the whole book out first. There you go, some pages and stuff. So, hard plastic. What have we got here? Looking like a knight. Dude on horse. The horses are quite big. I mean, obviously horses are big, but I mean, I think it's like 35mm rather than 28mm. Sprues nicely laid out. I mean, I don't know much about how these things work, you know. I don't know why. It's interesting to see these are rounded rather than flat. I mean, I don't know if that makes a difference. So we've got a horse thing. We've got some more horses, more dudes on horses. So that looks to be 1, 2, 3 horse dudes, I think, because they're 2 halves of horses each. So 3 horse dudes with shields and stuff. Got a little deck of cards, and I think this is to do with the game. I think you pick like an order of activation, play them down, and then you flip to see who's going. So it's like all an activation, but you don't exactly know when you're going to go. Well, you know when you're going to go, but you don't know when your opponent's going to go. I think. There's stats on the cards, which is nice. I don't know what any of these things mean. One thing I do know about the game is you want to roll low rather than rolling high. Speaking of dice, there's some little red dice. Box standard red dice with white pips. There's no symbols on or anything like that. Here we've got what I think are called brutes, but I'm not 100% sure. They're like big ogre-y type troll dudes with stumpy hands with no fingers. Oh no, they do have hands, but they've got more like mitten fingers. How well you can see that. And they're just for holding these big kind of pointy blades. Detail's nice. I don't know if it's as crisp as, like, you know, GW, but I mean, it's not in any way bad. I mean, you can tell what everything is, you know, it's not like it's pudgy or anything. Yeah, looking good. I will put some together at some point, but that'll be a separate video when you'll see them all put together, because I'm busy doing other stuff at the moment. Oh, here we've got, this is a really nice touch actually, we've got some bases of objectives for both of the sides, like, you know, there's gold and maps and stuff, and this one's got like swords stuck in the battlefield, and there's a banner, because heroes, and then this one's got a gribbly thing coming out of the ground and a big like dragon's head type thing. So I think it's kind of a nice little touch to do proper objectives in the box. Yeah. Oh, and there's another horse dude. I think that's your, like, leader dude, I guess, because he's on this sprue with the objectives and the bad guy. Let's say bad guy, you know, obviously there's no bad guys, they're just misunderstood. There's a lot of plastic in here. Here we've got, this is the Abomination, which is a big huge thing. You can tell that's a hand or a foot, so that's how big this thing is. Yeah, big monsters. I think this is also, yeah, this is also the Abomination, because this is the weird kind of head mask thing that it wears. Let me just move this light a little bit, that's better. We've got some carapace, chitinous carapace. What else have we got? Now, there are 2 sprues, Baby I Love You, of dudes with shields. So these are your kind of foot troops, your armoured foot troops. 2 sprues of those. 1, 2, 3, 4 sprues of the Spire troops, which have got these weird long shields which look like they've been kind of insectoid carapace grown in a vat type things with big pointy spears, and weirdness. And we've got a sprue of, what are these, crossbowmen. Angry man, he's so angry, look at his angry face. There's a fair amount of flash, not flash, but like mould line, but I mean you always get that on plastic, it should come off fairly easily. Yeah, it's not too deep or anything, it's just something to be aware of. And then at the bottom we've got bases, because we need bases to put our dudes in. They go on little round bases like these, and then the round bases go in the big square bases. I'll show you. This is made for TV. There you go. So you've got little built-in movement trays for the game, and the bases go together so they're easy to move around as a unit, and then you can put individual dudes on, which is a nice little touch. I like that. This is the big ass round base for the big monstrosity. I don't know why it comes, I mean if it's that big I don't know why it comes on the round base when it could just come on a square base. I guess that there's a reason for that. I don't know, but looking cool. And then there are kind of these larger bases here which are for your horse dudes and big brutes and stuff like that. And that's it, nothing else in the box, just bases. So I've shown you lots of plastic. Oh, and the plastic will eventually make all of that stuff on the back. I will do that at some point, you know, since I've done all of the millions of other things that we need to do for the battle hammer. You've got a lord type dude, 3 dudes on horses, crossbow dudes, sword and shield dudes with the objectives for them. And here we've got the abomination, the Ferromancer, I think, who kind of guides everyone and makes them do stuff. These kind of spire guard, I don't know what they're called, force grown drones. And these brute drones, which are the big mothers, and they've got objectives as well. We've got red dice instead of cream kind of beige dice, doesn't matter, cards as well, which are there, and the rulebook. So we'll just have a quick looky through the rulebook and see what we can determine about it, shall we? So, rules of engagement, there's nothing on the back. We have got a nice little map. I don't know where any of these places are. There's a city-state peninsula, the 100 Kingdoms, the Wasteland, the Dying Lands, Old Dominion, and Mannheim, which I guess is where the Mans come from. They come from Mannheim. I like the art. The art's properly like gribbly and unpleasant in a good way, if you see what I mean. Just noticing here, core rules design, Alessio Cavatore from Riverhorse Studio, who did such things as Bolt Action, Lord of the Rings, and recently has done the Tales of Equestria, My Little Pony role-playing game. That's kind of a very different portfolio. So I don't know how this game is going to play or what's it going to be like. Page of contents. Oh, there's a dwarf, or sorry, they probably don't call them dwarves in this, they probably call them something else. Dvergar, I think they're called in this. The other dwarves, they look cool. Got their own kind of vibe. But dwarves, still dwarves. Oh, so there's like a core rules page, which is how you do stuff. See, these are the Spire. I like them. They're just weird looking with their faces and their extra faces and the weird growing things. The art's lovely. So yeah, we've got like regiments, stands, more art. I like that there's a fair amount of art. That's always good. Reinforcements, charging through. Don't know what any of this means. I like that there's pictures, symbols to kind of show you where people would be. You know, how many wounds come off and stuff like that. Oh, there's a big beastie. Looks cool, doesn't it? What's that? I don't know yet. Advanced rules, command models and stuff like that. Magic! Oh, there's a big magic tree thing. That's quite cool. Looks almost like a coral or something like that. Example spells. Obviously got spells there. That's clearly like some Dvergar dwarven halls of volcanic goodness. Terrain. Oh, another big Dvergar dude. Stompy. Various special rules, scenarios. That's always nice to see. That scenarios aren't, you know, it's not just kill each other. There should be objectives to fight over and stuff like that. And it looks to be on a 4x4 board, generally speaking. Yes. Yeah, 4x4, which is nice. Oh, this one's on a 72. What's 72? That's 2 4x4s, right? I don't know. I think that's 6 foot. No, it's not. I can't remember. I'm a stupid. Army lists, how to build an army, points values, stuff like that. By default, we recommend battles of 2,500 points, but without a point of context, that could be anything. I mean, if a dude is 150 points per dude, there's mages, priests, regiments of dudes. Oh, so you buy a ranger corps for 120 points, and then you can buy additional stands and stuff. Okay. Various different things, command models. Don't know what any of these things mean. Oh, They sound cool. Order of the Crimson Tower. Order of the Ashen Dawn. There are special rules like the Flesh Cleaver, High Clone Executor, Lineage Highborn. Ferromancer, that's a dude. He's 60 points, he's got some stats, I don't know what they mean. Ferromantic Drive. Draw your next command card. That regiment act immediately and may take 2 actions of the same type. Oh, so you can get them to do more stuff. Manipulating aggression and instinct to alter the flow of battle. Huh. And biomancies. And ferromancies. And mutations. Oh, everyone likes mutations. So it seems to be you only get rules for the 2 main factions in the core rulebook. Nothing that I can see in the way of fluff. There's quite a lot of art, but there's nothing in the way of fluff. But I know they've got tons of stuff on their website. Bellum, Conquest. Go to the Googles and make that. So, and lastly, but by no means leastly, we've got these draw cards. So there's the Ferromancer, the Force-Grown Drones, Brute Drones, Abomination. So that's the 4 stat dudes you get. Now I'm guessing that high numbers are gooder, because these guys have got 1s and everything, and these big mothers have got more numbers. Yeah. And then for the humans, you've got the Noble Lord, Men at Arms, Man Crossbowman, and that. And now, oh, you've got a bunch of other cards that do other things. Oh, it's an objective deck. Oh, that's cool. Shatter their spirit. This objective is completely different. Enemy regiment becomes shattered. Which I guess means they run away. For glory! This objective is completed if one of your regiments completes a successful charge, and it was the first successful charge that turn. Okay, so I'm guessing you deal these out to people, and they're like hidden objectives. That's cool. We like stuff like that. Because then it kind of gives you a little bit of a surprise. They're not faction specific, so you know anyone can do that. And these ones are actually the same back, so I wonder if they get shuffled into the same deck. I don't know. Huh. You will be seeing more of this on the channel because we're going to put it together. Straw's going to take the 100 Kingdoms and I'm going to take the Spire. And then we will play some Conquest. The last argument of kings. Yeah. Yeah. So hooray for the Spire, yeah? These big pointy things. If you'd like, let us know in the comments below if you know anything about Conquest, if you've played it. Do you play it a lot? I know it's kind of picking up momentum. I know people are starting to play it more, but I haven't seen much about it. Looking forward to giving it a go. What are your thoughts? Have you seen it? Do you love it? Do you? Is it weird looking for low numbers on dice instead of high numbers? Yes. That's going to take some getting used to. Let us know in the comments down below. If you want to help us out, you can. There's various things in the doobly-doo, like Patreon campaigns and stuff like that. You know, if you want to get involved, we'd really appreciate it. Also, our social media's down there as well, so you can follow us on social media like Facebooks and Twitters and such. But most importantly, you know the number one thing you can do. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked it and want to subscribe. If you don't like it and don't want to subscribe, you don't have to like and subscribe, but we would like it if you liked and subscribed. And until next time, stay hammered. Do 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 do.